Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for October the 15th, 2019. And just so you know, the chocolate-covered sponge toffee, you moved out of the shot, but it's in my head right now. You know it's there. Are you thinking about a suitcase?
Yeah.
So yummy. There's words that we use that, upon further review, when you think about them, they're not good words. And I was thinking about it because a lot of times you can use words and just really never think, where do they come from, exactly what do they mean, because they're just part of our routine. You say things like, when it applies to mental health, there's a couple that probably are really bad. What comes to mind, Case?
Committed suicide.
Committed suicide is probably the worst. But here's the thing. I would say that almost 100% of people that use that phrase don't know what it means and don't know why it would be offensive. And then when you think about it, you go, wow, yeah, I shouldn't use that phrase, committed suicide. But then you use it again because it's just habit. And I got a message on Facebook, or we did, from a person that pointed out a couple of really good things. One I don't use, and the other one I have used a million times. So here's, we talk about language being so important. You have a big audience. Can we start with changing antisocial to asocial? Okay? Antisocial. Because I've used that word a million times. That one of the things that depression is, it's an antisocial illness. It's the illness that drives us away from being social. It's the opposite of being social. It makes us want to not socialize. It makes us antisocial. But antisocial behavior is kind of behavior that goes against society. It's kind of like, it's not just opting out. It's actively doing bad stuff to the world around you. And that's clearly not what we're talking about here with depression. So asocial, meaning you're just not social. You just don't want to be around people. Just want to opt out. You just want to say, time out. You know what? I'm out of here. That is a way better word. What's that word, Case?
Asocial.
Asocial. I said that because I need a little time to move on to the next one. And the next one is, can we change suicide safe to suicide aware? Many people are not familiar with this. Communities that are safe for suicide. That's how they refer to it. Suicide safe. It doesn't really register. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I guess what it's saying is that it's an area that has talked about suicide and is active in preventing suicide. But you're not making suicide safe, but that's actually kind of what you're saying. So the term that she wants to use is suicide aware. Who's going to argue with that, right? The problem is that we use these terms over and over again. Suicide aware, aware of the risks, aware of the fact that 4,000 Canadians every year take their lives, aware of the fact that 80,000 Canadians attempt to take their own lives, and aware of the fact that maybe up to 1 million people have suicidal thoughts. The words we use, they make a difference. And especially for a guy like me, who's just a whack job and crazy. Kidding! Those are two bad words to use. That was the point. Although I guess I could refer to myself as being a little bit crazy, but not in the mental health sense, just in general. I kind of embrace it. But think of the words that we use and try to break the habit of using words that aren't good. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. We're here to set the record straight.